Resolution 28. At a regular town board meeting Thursday, September 9, 2010. We need a motion and a second, which I'll read the motion first. Whereas the Attorney General of New York State has commenced an investigation regarding allegations of misconduct in connection with the development of wind farms and has since asked for more information. And whereas an investigation of this nature and size is unprecedented in the town of Cape Vincent and will consume valuable resources of the town of Cape Vincent, including the planning board and other town personnel. And whereas it is not in the best interest of the town of Cape Vincent or the wind farm developers to proceed with the applicant while the investigation is in progress and the outcome uncertain. And whereas the secret process does not address economic issues relevant to the full impact of industrial wind projects, and whereas the Wind Economic Committee has only published a preliminary report and has more information, important information to gather and publish, and whereas the town planning board is poised to accept the FEIS on September 15, 2010, and that will end the secret process and begin the site plan review process, thus committing more time and money, which could be voided by the AG findings. Now, therefore, let it be resolved to suspend all activities regarding industrial wind farm development until such time as the investigation is complete or or March 1st, 2011, whichever occurs first. I thought they were put in the packets.
No.
Oh, you have?
So I want to make sure that you read it and understand it. This is a variation of the last one when we had 3 board members. Insofar as there is a time limitation, which is whichever comes first, the AG's report is complete or March 1st, 2011. May I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve it.
May I have a second? I will second it. This is a roll call, right?
Any discussion?
Discussion first.
I got to say is the AG's office is coming. Let them do it. They have a moratorium on my account.
You have any comment?
Yeah, the Attorney General's office, with his first letter, had the authority to suspend any action pertaining to the wind development. It will not be built before the Attorney General's office has completed this investigation. No wind towers will be built until the pilot agreement is in place. And right now, we're not even sure what the pilot agreement is going to be. It's going to be a uniform policy from the JCIDA, or if each taxing jurisdiction will have to agree to the pilot agreement. And also, the Attorney General's office can suspend all action pertaining to the wind development at any time during their investigation.
Is that true?
Yes.
You can say stop. Well, I guess one of my this is between the board. I'm not accepting the question. You want to say anything?
Yeah, Urban asked me to write down my reasons why I felt that putting things on hold was a good idea, and I wrote him a memo, so I'm going to read the memo so that you can see what we were saying to each other. I wrote reasons why I believe the town should place a hold on wind projects during the investigation by the New York State AG. The Office of the New York State Attorney General, Bureau of Public Integrity has commenced an investigation. The town should work with the New York State AG on a common good level and not insist on its right to go forward despite the investigation. A sense of sincerity and cooperation with high governmental authority on the one hand, and of handling right a large development that will affect the history of the community are points of integrity that I believe the community has a right to expect from the town board. This is particularly so in as much as the dominating physical size of the project is such as to affect a broad regional area and not just the township itself. On a practical level, if there are questions from law enforcement authorities, these should be asked and answered before a project is formally authorized. How could there even be a question on this? The planning board may approve the St. Lawrence Wind Farm project at a special meeting scheduled for 15 September. Should the project be approved, and thereafter the AG should challenge certain aspects of the way the seeker has been handled, the town would have on its hands an ongoing project that the state itself questions. It would be better to go slow now and make adjustments or corrections that may be required and then authorize the project. I just find myself getting angry about it. I can't imagine not having a sense of cooperation with the highest law enforcement entity in the state. I can't imagine going forward with it. Just being not in sync with what they would like us to do. I think it serves the community just to stop for now. This is a $175 million project. Why mess around? Why expose the town to useless complexity and possibly legal aspects of having something ongoing where the AG comes in and says, well, this is wrong. We have this letter here. We have letters from the County Board of Ethics. We have letters that were delivered to individuals saying, you should do this, you shouldn't do this. Why don't we hear what he has to say at this particular point and then go forward?
I feel that we have the responsibility to control our own destiny. I think that the AG office might be through in a month, it might be through in 3 months. But in the meantime, I think we have a responsibility to be proactive and not to wait. And what I have said is that basically we say, okay, time out for 6 months or until they finish their job. And believe me, that's not going to slow down the work that the developers can do. But it will give us some peace of mind. Okay. Anything else? A roll call.
Is it Urban Hirschey?
Yes. Aye.
Councilman Brooks Bragan?
Aye.
Councilman Don Mason?
I abstain.
Councilman McDermott?
No, hold on. Nay. Oh, you're in, okay. You must state a reason for abstention. You may vote yes or no, but if you abstain, you must say why. Yes, contract. That wasn't my understanding, that's what it was. Okay, motion did not pass.